Good morning, folks. Good morning, folks. This is a very beautiful morning. We do some wonders here. Very nice. I was testing a few things and surprisingly things are working. The only thing that I need to work on is the noise that is coming from the fan I don't know, the fan that's trying to cool down my CPU. But anyway, we'll get there. I also love to have a demo account which is functional. There is one that is provided by, but anyway, I don't think we'll be using it. We'll be digging so much. So let's see what was happening yesterday. Anyway, welcome guys. This is Mansa Akebulan. As I've said, this is London session. We are not there yet. As you can see, time below here. This is 1 a.m. 1:11. This is New York time, and that means in the UK, or rather in London time, should be something like 8, exactly 8. Not really 8:11, 7:11, somewhere there. So we still have like an hour or so before things begin moving really quick. But we can't miss something or two here. Yeah. So in case of anything, you pardon me. You will bear with me, but it's only for today, perhaps, and maybe the next live stream. After that, I'll be a guru of this thing. Anyway, good God. So this is a beautiful morning from wherever you're watching, from wherever I'm live streaming this. It's a beautiful morning, a cold, chilly morning. I think we are in those periods of where we call them winter seasons. I don't know whether that is right. Perhaps, because it's freakingly cold. It's freakingly cold, but we gotta have to do this, whether it's cold or hot or whatever it is. We gotta have to do this, and because this is what we chose to do. This is what we have chosen to stick our asses on, man. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So by now I'm not even looking for anything serious. I'm doing this as a part of testing the system and go see how things will be appearing from that end. So I'm also realizing that all my accounts, I have to connect them here so that it will be easy to see whenever I'm taking a trade. Otherwise, I may do things thinking that everybody is throwing with me and fighting I'm the only person who is here. So usually when the day begins after New York open, midnight open, that is the open of the daily candle or rather using New York time, I love to skim around or just to go really quick and look at my watch list and see what has been happening, what is happening, where each instrument is. So as you can see from my watch list here, I have a number of them. I don't list all of them at the same time, otherwise I'll go nuts. But looking at the top here, we have London session. Let me maximize this one. You know, be distracted by whatever is happening up there. So as you can see from my watch list here, I have 4 categories. I have the first one, which is London session, which we'll be looking at the moment in a few minutes from now, or maybe a few hours from now. And under London session, I have 3 instruments, that is gold. I have UK 100, German 40. The reason I've put those two there, it's because especially for UK 100 and German 40, they have good volume and good volatility in this session. Not that they don't move in the New York session, they do, but I prefer trading them in the London session. I have a taste for them in this session. Gold, the same. Well, sometimes gold moves crazily in the London session or some other times the New York session, doesn't matter. You can trade it either in either session. Sometimes you also get movements in the Asian session. So for me, it's not like it only moves in the London session. It does not only move in the London session, it moves as well as in the New York session and as well as in the Asian session. Okay, but I prefer to have it here in the morning because I've realized I have a taste for seeing those initial moves of gold in the beginning of the day. But sometimes it will consolidate in the London session and not get anything, and that's okay with me. Then moving forward, we have New York session. This is usually in the afternoon from the area where I'm living. Streaming this one from. So in that category again, as you can see, I have Dow Jones, I have Nasdaq, and I have Fiber or other pound dollar. Again, for them, these two, they have good volume and good volatility in the New York session. Again, you still find setups, particularly in the US 30 most of the times and the London session, but I don't care about that. I am only, my strategy and my rules are you're only allowed to trade US 30 and US 100 in the New York session. So some of the times when things were really tight in the New York session and London session, I prefer to look for something in the Asian range. Okay, so that will be somewhat like in the midnight from where I am. And again, the things that I'll look at there will be UJ, JP225, that is Nikkei index, and Hong Kong index 50. The other things that you see there below crypto, that is, I don't really trade them, but I love to have them there just to check once in a while what is happening there, because in my few years of learning about this thing, the whole experience of trading, there is a big correlation in these markets. Well, it may not be straightforward, but there's a big correlation in these markets. And if I'm a full-time trader, I feel I have a responsibility to be in touch with whatever is happening where and where. Okay, yeah, so my main focus is usually on indices because I have a plan of jumping over to the future side, but I'll be trading purely indices, futures, whatever they are called. So at the moment, because I cannot afford at the moment to trade futures, I prefer to have them indices. I prefer to have indices. Not that I cannot afford. The thing is, the brokers in my area do not provide, very few provide futures, and those who do, it's a much of a stressful situation to access them. So I prefer to have indices and trade them as they are, the CFDs or whatever. Very nice. So I think that's a brief warm-up of whatever was how I go about my days. These were areas that I was waiting for, and these were trades that I was in before for these ones, and it seems gold moved really well. That is beautiful. And again, from the Asian session, we had some really good moves, and this is where we are. So let's see about UK100 from wherever I left it. You can close that tab now, we don't be much needed there. Okay, so we begin from this range. Okay, so it seems we came back. Okay, so from 10, that's when we decided to break that level, and after we broke it, we rallied crazily to the downside. That was beautiful. Then we had that huge spike in the Asian session. That's okay. Okay, then we also have something else like this in the DAX 40. Let's see what was happening here. So by the time I was trading, I left it at this range. I was 0.75. Okay, consolidating there for a while. We waited for the session. We did tap into this liquidity above here. Let me see where that came from. Exactly, we can have a horizontal line, and clearly see it's not. Okay. You see that? That is good. Just to understand what was really happening and where the market was going, but the underlying thing was this. Okay, then from there we decided to rally all the way from up there. That is from 18536.5, and it was exactly at 940. Had a clear, clean move up to 10. Was not there in the market by that time, and yeah, and that happened in the New York session. So let's see what happened with Dow Jones. Okay, so yesterday we were really bearish. We had a spike. No, that one. How many points exactly? So that is 0.71 and that is 423. Impressive. Wow. 0.71. Impressive. That is over 300 and something. Over 350. Not actually 350. Yeah, 300 plus points. Okay. And that was a steady move. That is at a 5-minute time frame. So that was beautiful. But I didn't get any of that. I'd be lying to you if I would tell you that I hoped on that move. I didn't at all. Then you also have this one. This is Nasdaq. Just want to have a feel of it, what was really happening. So again, as usual, so from 9. So this is okay. So from 9 again, we had that. We really didn't have a huge spike like in Dow Jones. Very nice. So that extended up to that range of 591, and that was exactly around 12. Then things went cool. Let's see pound dollar. What was happening with it there? Oh, okay, looks good. From 8 was selling while struggling. This was a tough one. Then from 9 decided to do the thing now. Okay. That momentum lasted until 15:20. Very nice. Let's see what was happening in the Asian session with these two ninja things. Okay. As you would expect, usually when pound dollar is selling, there is a somewhat a negative correlation. Is it how it's called? Whatever, an inverse correlation. When pound dollar is selling, and UJ should be buying. And this is what happened again from 9. We had that clean super move in the upside. So let's see what happened with the Nikkei index. But actually, I prefer checking UJ from 1800 and see what was really happening there. Okay, so we had that sweep on the downside, and then we tried pushing high, and that is where we are living at the moment. So that movement should keep pushing. Let's see what was happening with this gentleman here called Nikkei index, Nikkei 225. Not much of a big thing. It was somewhat cool. Let's look at our dear friend here, Mr. China prefers to move from 15.15, but I think it's 21, 21.25, 21.15 there. Yeah, 21.15, that's when, I don't know, maybe, yeah, actually in China it's usually 9.15 if I'm not wrong. Let's check here. We have China, Hong Kong, there it is, Hong Kong, my friend Brazil. Yeah, so that is 9:15 in the morning. So that happens to be 21:15 New York time. That's okay. Very nice.